I'm not exactly sure how to exist in a world without you, and since my world is completely void of you, I'm not sure what the fuck to do. I used to wake up in this home that we built together, but one day I woke up homeless. When you left, you didn't take just a part of me and some dishes, you took every good memory that we ever had. Because now all I can seem to remember was how you looked right through me and you detached so long before you gained the courage to say the simple words, "We need to talk." You called me fat like it was my name. You made me stay with you long enough to help you get over me, and all that I'm left with is nothing. An empty void of who I used to be, hands that shake and a voice that cracks when I scream. And I used to speak with such conviction and confidence, but lately I whisper, hoping no one even hears me. Loose shirts cling to this body that you could never stomach, and I'm somehow still scared to wear something that actually fits me. You always had this way of making me believe anything you said, like, "I love you, you're beautiful, forever together, wherever." Please don't mistake this for me wanting you back. I still think you're as pathetic as the 4 minutes you lasted in bed. And while we're on the subject, I just want to say how funny it is that in 2 years you couldn't make me come with what God gave you. But a trans boy and his store-bought dick couldn't, I don't remember how many times under an hour. But then again, maybe it's because I never actually loved you. I forced so many smiles and I tolerated every kiss. Never forget that I let you love me, and your name, it tastes like depression and cigarettes. And I would be completely fine if I could say you were never mine. And I really wish you'd stop calling, because the sound of your voice reminds me of who I used to be, and I'd rather you fucking died than remember that girl again. I get that you miss me, how could you not? I was perfect to you. I was absolutely everything you wanted and needed, wrapped into a body you couldn't appreciate. But listen to this next part, because I know how lazy you get after the first few minutes, okay? I sleep naked now. And sometimes I fuck with the lights on. I love every part of me, even when those parts are bouncing up and down. And I love how obnoxious my laugh is and how I always stand up for what I believe in, regardless of how many scenes I make or how many strangers I call a fucking idiot. I stopped closing the curtains and I started going outside. I stopped craving your touch and I started craving my own. When you said I was a terrible person, you were wrong, because there isn't a day that goes by that I don't do one thing that makes me a little bit better than I was yesterday. I can pride myself on that. I don't run from all of the people that I fucked over. The difference between you and I is that you project, you attack. You ruin everything from the inside out, and I'm so thankful I got away before you could fully do that to me. I was truly in a relationship that I thought was perfect. I thought you were perfect. You thought I was so far from perfect. But I love how curvy I am in the tight black dress you told me to change out of so many times. How pretentious do you have to be to tell the woman you love that she's fat, as if her mind isn't beautiful or the way her stomach folds when she reaches for your hand isn't art. Don't tell me the stretch marks on my thighs aren't as beautiful as the paint on these walls. You fell in love with falling in love, crossing things off of a checklist. You forgot to fall in love with the slant in my smile in the garden between my legs. The only thing worse than sharing a life with someone who's falling out of love with you is allowing it to happen. And never again will I let someone take a piece of myself that I can't take back. Don't mistake this passion for love. I've got enough room in my heart for just myself. You're so faint to me now that I'm not sure if any of it was real or an echo from a bad dream. If I could rewrite our story, I wouldn't change a single thing, because you taught me to love myself first and always, and for that I'm forever grateful.